We are going to look at the top stocks in the market, including some stocks that I currently own, like Nvidia, like Lunar, like Google, and this one right here, IAG. I bought this stock yesterday, 100% cost free. What? How in the wide world of sports could you have bought this for free? First off, I have all of these trades that are looking gorgeous this morning, and I rolled them enough times on my options that I had enough cash in the bank to buy this for zero cost. Isn't that so cool? And not only did I buy this for zero cost, I did it live here on YouTube. The replay of that will come out immediately after this video, so be sure to watch where you will see exactly how I did it step by step by step, because I want you to be successful. So be sure you subscribe. We're so close to 50,000 subscribers. Now is the time. Subscribe to an actual real trader who actually is competing in the US Investing Championship with verified results. All right. Instead of all those other jackwagons on the internet who are full of crap, you want to be listening to somebody who actually knows how to make money in the markets. So with that being said, let's go take a look at the most the US exchange volume leaders on bar chart to see what stocks are setting up this morning and if any of them are worth my money as a professional investor and maybe even your money as well. All right, so first stock on the board is RMSG. Rimzigs. Oh, Real Message Corp. Okay, Real Message Corp. Let's go to this RMSG. And we're going to rank these stocks over here. We're going to rank them objectively. So let's start here with RMSG. Now, I don't know where this is going to rank, but we are going to give it a score, RMSG, that is completely non-biased. We're going to rank them over here using our proprietary OVTLYR 9 system. Now, this one right here, we cover 9,000 stocks and ETFs. This one, unfortunately, is not in our database just yet. This is RMSG. What is this? This is Real Messenger Corp Communication. So it's in the communication sector. So what I'll do is I'll go to the communication sector to give you a score for those two spots right there. That's the best that I can do for you this morning. And so let's start at the top. First thing we need to look at, though, is the market. How's the market looking? Let's go to the SPY and take a look at that. First thing up. Oh, RMSG went up 475% yesterday. Holy moly. Okay. The first thing up here is the market's trend. Now, 40% of the move of any stock is due to the market. 30% is due to the sector, and 30% the stock itself. That's the way we look from a top-down approach. The trend of the market is bullish. We have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. So we have a bullish trend in place and an outlier. It makes it super easy. It just highlights it green in the background. It has a buy signal in place, which is the next step here for the market. And then market breadth, we had what's called a breadth thrust. We had a breadth thrust in the last couple days, and this is exactly what you want to see. How do we measure breadth thrust? We have more uptrends than downtrends on the whole 9,000 stocks we cover. We had it on every single sector with the exception of energy. And on top of that, these green bars down here represent more uptrends. Red bars represent less downtrends. So more buy signals on every sector and the whole market. More uptrends, less downtrends on every sector and the whole market. Screw energy. We don't need it. We got plenty of things to choose from. So this is a great start. This is a great start. So let's go back to RMSG. Let's take a look at, any news coming through over here? So over on the right-hand side, I'm going to drop off chat for a moment. On the right-hand side, you can see the news stories coming through. And neutral. There's not a whole lot of news stories going on in this stock. What about sentiment? Oh, clearly nothing's going on right there. Okay, so there's not a lot of news to talk about on this stock. Why is it popping like crazy? I don't know. Let's go look at the chart. RMSG. Holy goodness. That could be the biggest candle I've ever seen ever. But this is also a crap penny stock, right? This is a crap penny stock. This is it was a 36-cent stock. Now it's a $2.70 stock. So here is a pro tip. Oh, hang on. Here is a pro tip. Here's a pro tip. All right. If you see a stock that is under $5, a cheap stock is cheap for a reason. Okay. It's a garbage stock. Now, one thing that can happen is you can get into a situation like this, especially with penny stocks, and then you get stuck. I don't want you to get stuck. You can get stuck in a penny stock where you cannot get out. There's no liquidity to get you out. So I don't know. It feels a lot like a what is it? Hang on, Don. I saw that. It feels a lot like crypto coins, right? Crypto coins. Yeah, RMSG is not one that I'd be interested in. But let's be objective here. I told you I'd give it a score. So it's got 7 of 9 up here for everything except the Signal, Fear, and Greed. So I'll give you a score of 2 more right here. So RMSG, it's going to get a 9. It's going to get a 9. Chris James would love that stock. He would love that stock. Who's this Chris James guy? Don't worry. We have a special guest coming soon. If you haven't met Chris James, there's no avoiding this guy. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's go on to the next one on the board. Roller. High Roller Technologies. No, I'm saying High Roller Technologies. You know it's a good stock when it starts with High Roller. ROLR. ROLR. All right. Rick said it faces imminent What? It's a pump and dump. I knew it. I told you guys. There are terrible stocks out there. RMSG shares skyrocketed more than 475% during Monday's trading session without any official company announcements or regulatory. That's exactly what I saw as well. You and I saw the same thing. And they face this imminent NASDAQ delisting due to non-compliance with minimum equity and bid price thresholds. And you want to go out there and buy this with your money? You know what? Here's what we're going to do. This was a score of 9, objectively a score of 9, but I'm going to give it a score of 0 because this is a garbage stock. This is a garbage stock. All you had to do is look at the price and say, looks like a garbage stock to me. Yeah, don't buy this stock. Let's go to the next one. Roller. Are we in the same situation with Roller? We've got 7 of 9 over here. What's going on with Roller? High Roller stock executes definitive agreement with crypto.com to enter $1 trillion. Ooh. Okay. This looks like it might be doing something like, and this is fresh news. Okay. Something like, what's it called? The betting place. What is that betting place called? You guys help me out here. What's that betting place called? Market, Polymarket. Seems like High Roller could be doing something like Polymarket. Yeah. Okay. Insiders own 58% of Roller. That's okay. Roller has no options against him. No worries there. Kalshi. Yeah, that's a good one as well. It seems like they're doing something like Kalshi, like Polymarket here. Executes definitive agreement with crypto.com to enter $1 trillion US prediction markets. It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. So High Roller, ROLR, again, not one that we have the buy and sell signal data or the fear and greed heat map. So I will give you the discretionary score for that. So that's XLY. Now, here's the thing. That is bullish AF news. We can all agree with this. This is bullish AF news. And if we go look at the charts, ROLR, right? It started a couple days ago. 10 went over the 20, price went over the 50. Huge volume block right there. Huge volume block. And I'm curious. Oh, geez, it doubled pre-market. Yeah. This honestly was a good start. This is one that I would be interested in. And the reason being is A, has a really strong news catalyst to go with it. Price is moving, 10 over 20, price over 50. And even though we don't have the buyer sell signals just yet, you can look at XLY. You can substitute XLY. That's the discretionary sector. Signals fear and greed right there. So this is a 9 of 9. And I will absolutely stand behind that. Roller. I knew a guy once named Rory. And I always had a hard time saying Rory. So roller reminds me of Rory. All right. So yeah, Rolly is off to a great start this morning. Let's look at the next one. Avnos medical aid. First off, it's a medical stock. Second off, F that whole sector. F that entire sector cannot get away fast enough. But you know what? A lot of people want to trade it. AVNS. All right. So it is sitting on a sell signal. It's got 8 of 9 over here, but sitting on a sell signal now. Hang on here. Stock alert from Business Wire. Scalper. Oh, how I read that as scalper. Halpers Sadai LLC is investigating whether Avanos Medical is obtaining a fair price for its shareholders. Okay. Insiders may stand to receive substantial financial benefits not available to ordinary shareholders. Proposed transaction may contain terms that could limit superior competing offers. Shareholders are encouraged to contact the firm. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's a law. So there's a lawsuit going on right here. Oh, that's why. Because AIP to take Avanos Medical private in a $1.27 billion deal. So somebody instantly made a lawsuit, says, hang on a minute, I don't know if our shareholders are going to get a fair price out of this. Okay, so here's a huge, and I need you to understand, this is a big deal. Pro tip. Huge pro tip of the day. Anytime you see something going private, what's going to happen? Now, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'll tell you what's going to happen over the course of time. Let's say that they're announcing the deal at $69, okay? What's going to happen is price is going to go close to $69. It may not be exactly. It's going to go close. It's going to go up to that point right away. And then it's going to bounce around back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, here's the thing. If this deal does not go through, it will plummet. I don't know how far, but it will plummet. If the deal does go through, it will be delisted at those share prices. So there's really nothing to be made. It's all risk. It's 100% risk in this case. So now that you understand why this is all no. Let me double check. Did that make sense? Right? Because the price is going to jump to that point because, the after hours people are going to buy it up. And it might be at $68. It might be at $67, right? And it's going to float in that area because the deal is not quite done. Once the deal is secured, it will be delisted. It's gone. If it does not go through, it will plummet. If this makes sense, put hashtag outlier in the chat. If that makes sense, put hashtag outlier in the chat, like free user free Florida did. Because at this point, all that's left is risk. There is no more gain to be added here. So, what was that again? AVNS. We're going to give it a score of 0. And the reason being, I just explained to you, and it does have a sell signal in place here. It does have a sell signal in place here. Everybody's getting it. There we go. Cool. Everybody's got it. Cool. Look at this. The news is actually helping us out a little bit. How about that? The news is helping us out a little bit today. Yeah. Usually the news sits below the deal price. And the ratio of that gap is a market pricing the likelihood of the deal. Yeah, it's pretty much what I said, Mark. I mean, you more eloquently said what I said, Rick. Rick is one of our Bravo student graduates, by the way. Rick is a super smart dude. And he's also competing in the U.S. Investing Championship. Why did they call it U.S.? They should be the World Investing Championship. So proud of you guys. Okay, hang on. Steve said, your itty bitty baby brain explained that perfectly for my itty bitty baby brain. I'm glad to hear that. The guy with the most itty bitty baby brain, though, he's still to come. He's still to come. I hear him cruising the neighborhood right now. He's got Masters of the Universe money blaring on his radio. All right, let's go to the next one. Roller. Quit scrolling around on me. Roller, RMSG, AVNS. We did that. American Airlines. I just booked myself a trip to Hawaii this summer on American Airlines. So American Airlines going up this morning is 100% because Chris spent some dollars over there. That's why I'm very excited about that. My wife has always wanted to go to Hawaii, and I was like, I got you, baby. So Chris buying his girl a trip to Hawaii this summer. Very excited about that. Which the university graduates, I love you guys so much. And it was not intentional, but I told you I couldn't commit. The week that we go to Hawaii is the week you guys are meeting up. I'm sorry. I know I wanted to be there too, but it's literally the exact same dates, unfortunately. All right, so let's take a look at American Airlines. Well, it looks terrible. Now, let's start off. Why would it start to look terrible? Well, it's because of fuel prices, right? Have you seen the price of oil? Let's go to oil real quick. In fact, here's what I want to do. I want to do a side-by-side. You're going to love this. AAL on the left-hand side. And let me remove all the drawings. American Airlines on the left. We're going to put oil on the right. So Americans on the left. Oil's on the right. Yep. There's your problem. There's your problem. Yeah. And of course, it makes total sense, right? Because this right here is the most expensive part of operating this right here. So if this right here is spiking like crazy, this right here is going to spike like crazy in the opposite direction. Pretty interesting to see, right? Pretty interesting to see. Well, what's OVTLYR got to say about it? Well, it's had a sell signal for a minute. I got to zoom out. Sell signal on American Airlines came all the way back December 29th. So let's go back to the one stock view. December 29th was there. Almost the top. Almost the top right there. What's happened since that point? Since the sell signals came through, it's gone down 28%. That's a huge amount of your portfolio that could have evaporated if you were holding American Airlines. That's why it's important to use OVTLYR and keep abreast of the buy and sell signal so you can see when this is happening. But it does have a couple things going for it. The sector fear and greed and the sector breadth are both increasing. Those are down here. This is the fear and greed for the sector. This is the breadth for the sector. So that's helping. But something you can't overcome is the fact that it's trending down. Now, there will be some jackwagons on YouTube who are saying, no. This is where you start dollar cost averaging. If you're not dollar cost averaging into this, you're losing money. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't know where the bottom is going. I mean, the bottom can be zero. I mean, we're pointing straight towards it. We're already down to $11. I mean, zero can't be that far off, right? So rather than buying the dip, because we don't know how hard it can dip, I would much rather buy the rip because for the same logic, we don't know how hard it can rip. And it does have some order blocks. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it could bounce between these two areas for a while. It does have earnings coming up, so just be aware of that. Just be aware of the earnings coming up here. So let's go score American Airlines. This gives us a 7, but honestly, I wouldn't buy it. I would not buy it in a downtrend. Okay, this, even though it's got a score of 7, remember, you're only going to get paid. Profits follow price. Profits follow price. You're only going to get paid if price is going back up. So I'm going to give it a score of 7. I will still be objective, but yeah, no. But the United Airlines CEO reportedly pitched a merger with American. How you like that? How you like that for a news story? Yeah, that'd be like Ford pitching GM. Hey, we're going to buy y'all out. Just see what happens, boy. Just see what happens, boy. Nokia. The legend of Nokia lives on. My middle school son, we're talking about Nokia one day. He's like, you had one of those? Hell yeah, I did. I had a Texas flag facepaint on it and everything. It was great. I don't know why this is glitching out over here. This is the only stock that I see it glitching out on, but it is what it is. We got a score of 9 of 9 on Nokia. It's getting a buy signal, a fresh buy signal as of last Friday. And that was the last day that was the first day that I put on all my monies in the last months. Nokia surges after Bank of America upgrade. Nokia surges after Bank of America upgrade, highlights optical and AI networking demand. So there you go. There's a beautiful bullish catalyst to go along with this, right? It's getting more greedy. The sector is getting less fearful, more greedy. The sector breadth is on fire. Okay, that's this. The trend is bullish. The signal's a buy. The fear and greed is going up. And there's no OVTLYR blocks on top of this. Let's double check here. No OVTLYR blocks on top of this. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. It's got at least 2% room. That's how we measure it. And so this has got about 9% room up to the top. In fact, let me remove all drawings. This looks great. Keep in mind, though, we do have earnings coming out later this week, it looks like. Friday, Monday, Thursday. Thursday, earnings come out. So be sure that you are watching this and not taking on additional risk that you're not ready for, okay? In my particular trading plan, which is linked down below, in fact, I'll pull it up here real quick. This exact plan is linked down below. This exact plan is linked down below. And the number one thing that I want you to know about earnings is I will not trade earnings because the monkey hammer is sitting there waiting on the other side of the slope of hope, and the wall of worry becomes the monkey hammer. So y'all be careful of that, okay? Closing before earnings is absolutely a must for me and my plan. And of course, I am trading in the US Investing Championship, and so I'm not willing to take that risk. Not at all willing to take that risk. But let's go look at it. Objectively speaking, Nokia's a 9 of 9. Man, I can't remember the last time we had so many 9s of 9s. Let's go ahead and rank these real quick. Okay, cool. Who's next on the board? Lucid. You know who would never be caught dead driving a Lucid? I'm just saying. Probably the most not even cool guy you ever thought, who thinks he's the coolest guy ever. Hey, there's Scott. What's going on, Scott? It is so great to see you, dude. It's Scott Raff. It's Scott Raff. But you know, since Scott's here, Scott's best friend. So Scott and this guy, they're best friends. The Scott's trying really hard to help this other guy out. He's trying to give him all kinds of financial advice, but he just thinks that he knows everything. He just thinks that, you know, there's nothing you can do except buy the dip. Okay. So here's the deal. He's at the door. Let me go get him real quick.
Knock, 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 knock. It's Chris Chains. Still him. Hit a couple for the door frame. Too loud. Gold Lambo parked by the slow lane. Full shape Lambo, yes, no shame. Iconic. Knock, knock. It's Chris Chains. Don't ask me how. All buys never sell dates. Why would I? If it pump, then I'm self-made. Built different. Risk management, couldn't tell, mate. Never needed.
You know the deal is, boy, I ain't driving no stupid ass Lucid electric car. Nah, bitch, I like my gas guzzling. If it ain't got 4 miles per gallon, it ain't the right car for Chris Chain. Chris Muffin Chain, know what I'm saying? Chris Chain grill gonna fall out. I gotta get that fixed up at the dentist. Here the deal is, I saw my best friend, Scotty Scott. What's up, Scotty Scott? Who that? Oh shit. It's good to see Scotty Scott. It's good to see all you guys, because you know, I done did tells you. Here's my catchphrase, right? I'm gonna show you where them stocks is that you gotta buy the dip to undip what it done did dipped. Okay? Buy the dip so it will undip what it done did dipped. That's the deal. All right. So we're gonna go look at the Lucid. Stupid Lucid ass car. I ain't gonna drive that. I drive Lambos only. Lucid. Hang on, where's that D button? The Lucid. Okay, here the deal is. Out of character. This is a perfect Christian stock. Oh my God, this is the best stock I ever done this scene. This is the best stock I ever done did this scene. I'm saying, look at this. All right, so. You got to buy a dip, of course. The Lucid, hang on. I actually do just feel that. LCID. Okay. LCID. There we go. Okay, here's the deal. You ready? I'm going to teach you a trick. First off, you buy the dip. Okay? You buy the dip. Now, don't worry about the fact that it going on down. Okay, that's fine. You get it at a better price. Duh, boy. Now, if you're a smart boy, instead of being a broke boy, you would understand that when the stock gets down from, I don't know, how far down that go? That when the stock go down 66%, that's your buy signal. Don't you know? Now, listen. Here the deal is, you dollar cost average into it, okay? You buy the dip into it, okay? And anytime you see a stock down 66%, you know that's a good stock. You know how you know it's a good stock? Because it sounds like money, baby. It sounds like money. Now, you know you're a real millionaire when you walk around the house and it jingle jangle, okay? That's when you know you're a real millionaire. And you're going to be a real millionaire if you're paying attention and buying stocks like this. No. You don't wait till it's down 70%. You start buying at 66%, okay? Because here's the deal. At this point, it has to bounce. Jerome Powell, you know, me and Jay Powell, we tight like that. Jerome Powell and I, we got this deal. Any stock that down 66%, okay, that's the time to buy. It's a temper. It's market manipulation. You know the deal. But here's what's going to happen. You come down here to the bottom corner, okay? Just get ready for this. Chris Chain's going to teach you the secret to being a real, not a fake, a real YouTube guru. Ready? Anytime you see a stock down 66%, you tell all the internets, hey, buy the dip, boy. And then you come over here and you hit the invert button. Nobody know about this except for Chris Chains. I'm telling you my secrets here. You hit the invert button. And holy moly, I told y'all that's when you start buying. See, here's my game plan, right? I tell people buy it when it's 66% down because it's a great price. Duh. It's not It's just oversold. It's going to bounce at any point in time. It's just a once in a lifetime opportunity. I hit the invert button and then I go on YouTube and I say, I told you, look at this. If you had only listened to Chris Chains, you probably would have had enough money to buy your first chain. Okay. Each one of them chains right here cost $78,000. It's unbelievable how expensive chains is these days. That inflation is out of control. This chain right here, $94,000. Tracks NYC, right? Tracks NYC. They's the best. Okay. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay. So, Lucid. Okay. Lucid. It almost sounds like Lucy. Y'all remember Lucy? LCID. Lucided. Okay. Remember, it went down 69. Yeah, it went down 69%. No, saying, baby. So I'm going to give it a score of 69. That's the deal for Lucid. Lucid. How about Nvidia? Okay. All right. What about the Nvidia? It's probably a good stock. I mean, Nvidia. I heard a random guy on the internet. Done did about this. I don't know why. What a dummy. Why would any dummy go out there and buy a stock that looks like this? It's so bad. This stock's so bad. Don't you see it? Nvidia. What kind of dummy would go out and buy a stock like this? Hang on. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Now I see that. Okay. Nvidia. It's too expensive. All right. I'll buy it when it comes back down to $94. All right. Not $194. That's far too expensive, right? I can't buy no stocks like this. It's too expensive for me, even though, you know, I made it. I made $50 million the other day. You know what I'm saying? This is too expensive for me. I don't know. It's too expensive. So I'll give a score of 0. Negative score for Nvidia. Like I say, first off, nobody be buying the rip. That's so dumb. What a dumb idea, right? Don't buy the rip. That's so dumb. Second off, who cares about what the trend is doing, okay? If it ain't going down in price, then you can't scoop it up for a great price, and then the Fed can't save it, okay? If JP can't come through and he'd be like, I'll buy this stock too, then I'm not interested. So I'm going to give this score of negative 14. Just why not? Negative 14. What'd that mean? Why'd that go into the big commas right there? I don't understand. I said -14, big commas. Why did it do this? Oh no. Negative. Somebody explain to me why -14 give me the big commas. I don't get it. That's so dumb. How about we go to the next stock? I know the next stock is Oracle. I remember this stock the other day. I remember I told y'all to buy that dip. Oracle. Okay. Duh! This is the one I told y'all to buy, remember? I done told y'all to buy this for so long. You could have been scooping all them stocks all at the bottom, scoopy all day, every day. But no, you thought you were smart. You didn't want to buy it when it was down at 280, because now it's down at 140. I mean, let's be real here. Oracle. Here the deals is. It may be down. It may be down 52%. But that's the time you stop buying, boy. You know the deal. What's up, Evan? What's up, Bala? What's up, baby? You know the deals is. Anytime you see a stock down 52%, it's not quite 66%, but that's when you gotta start buying, right? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you don't start buying the stock right now, you're not gonna be saying, "Oh, Oracle." You'll be saying, "Oh, dumb boy." You're gonna be saying, I'm broke boy. But I ain't broke boy, I'm rich boy. When you rich like Chris Chain, you know what the deal is. I'm in for the long term. The only thing that can happen is it goes is up. Okay. So Oracle, you know the deal is great, baby. Oracle. Okay. What score am I gonna give? You guys tell me what score do you think we need to give to Oracle? Clearly, whatever this program is I've never used before ever. It's not excellent. It's more like it's excellent. No, I don't like it. Yeah, stupid big commas. How much? You know what? I know what the deal is. I like Oracle so much. I'm gonna give it a score of SoFi. I like Oracle so much. I'm gonna give it a score of SoFi. Dang, what a good store that is. Where's rank at? Yeah, see, it's the best. So, of course, Here's my here's the number one takeaway that you got to do. Okay, number one, buy the dip. Number two, bring that money so you can get them chains, baby. Get them chains. Know what I'm saying, son? With my itty bitty baby gun from my itty bitty baby hands. If you didn't think I did that on purpose, you gonna be crazy. Here, dear. I got things to do. I got to go jump on the boat with my baby mamas. And you know the deal is just buy the dip. The Fed's gonna save it. Anytime it go down, there's market manipulation, and you gotta buy a dip if you want to undip to dip that dip. Okay, here's the deal. You guys gonna get out of here. Get out of here. I gotta go put more that expensive ass gas. Have you all seen how much gas costs? Goodness gravy. Even in Texas, it's still like $99 a gallon around here. They're about to have to put up new signs out there that says we accept Bitcoin, because you know Chris Shane got all the Bitcoin. Shoot, right? You guys get on up out of here.
Knock, 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 knock. It's Chris Chains. Still him. Hit a couple for the door frame. Too loud. Gold Lambo parked by the slow lane. Rev it. Pool shape Lambo, yes, no shame. Iconic. Knock, knock. It's Chris Chains. Don't ask me how. All buys never sell dates. Why would I? If it pump, then I'm self-made. Built different. Risk management, couldn't tell me. Never needed.
Oh my gosh. That one hurt. Oh, I blacked out. Oh, I have bruises everywhere. Oh, especially my liver. Good gravy. Oh, is Chris James drunk? Was he drinking while on the job? Goodness, I feel like I've aged 17 years since he showed. Oh. Hemorrhoids now? What is happening? Good Lord. All I wanted to do is show you the best stocks there is. Oh, and then I get monkey hammered by some jackwagon. Jeez Louise. All right. Oh, all right. Let me shake this off. Let me get a sip of coffee here real quick. Hang on. Oh, gee. What is this nigga? You know what? I feel like he called those big commas. What a dumb guy. He gave Oracle a score of SoFi. Okay, that's pretty good. I liked it. Lucid, of course he'd score that 69. All right, hang on. Let's do a couple more stocks real quick. Let's do a couple. Oracle, Intel. What about Intel? Okay, let's do Intel real quick. INTC. This is the one that I saw last week, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it was. It was amazing. INTC, man, I swear all my like organs hurt from that guy. Oh, okay. Buy signal came on April 6th. Rockets for days. Holy goodness. Look at this guy over here. This is Intel, INTC. Buy signal came on April 6th, this candle right here, and just rocket shipped for days. Now, here's the deal. I love to run a trend, but you got a trend with 1, 2, 3 overhead resistance right here. Can it break through? Maybe, but that's additional risk, right? That's additional risk. How much room does it have up to the upside here? About 4%. Yeah, here's the thing. You want to get in when the moves happen, right? You want to get in with those buy signals. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait until it looks like this, right? So unfortunately, this is going to be too extended for me. This is going to be too extended. Intel could be the next Micron, though. According to this, Intel could be the next Micron, and maybe if it is, it could keep running. But here's the thing. We've got earnings, we've got triple overhead resistance. So I'm going to take a score of both of those off, right? It may have a score of 9 right now, but because of the overhead resistance and earnings coming up, I'm going to give it a score of 7. I'm going to give it a score of 7. And let's do the last one up here. What's our last stock on the board for the day? TVTX. That is also a 9 of 9. Looks like it has a nice bullish order block underneath it. What is there? Travere Therapeutics stock skyrockets on an FDA. Oh no, this is a healthcare stock. TVTX skyrockets on a healthcare stock. Here's the thing. I don't trade healthcare because of crap like this. Now, granted, of course it could be great. Of course it could be great, right? TVTX. How much did it skyrocket? Just blew through these order blocks right here. Absolutely destroyed it. It went up 30-something% in a single day. Just as likely as a stock healthcare stock in particular, of a healthcare stock releasing news that makes it go up 30-something% in a single day. VKTX, which is interesting that it's almost the same tickers. VKTX took 40% off the company value, over 40% in a single day. Yes, I'm bitter about it. 41% dropped down like that because it's GLP-1 drugs. We're great, but not great enough. So this is the exact reason why I will not trade healthcare, period, full stop. TVTX though, TVTX. If you are going to trade healthcare, just be aware that big moves like this happen both directions. And so for there, TVTX, let's rank it. That's a 9 of 9, but I'm gonna take because I can put the score of whatever I want. It's my show. I'm gonna put a score of -6 from that 9. So I'm gonna give a score of 3 because I don't want you to think that this is a great stock. In fact, I wouldn't trade this at all. I wouldn't trade anything in the healthcare sector. In fact, in my trading plan, I specifically have healthcare permanently excluded for this exact reason. And keep in mind that we backtested everything. We backtested everything on this plan. You can have it linked down below. There's no paywall, no nothing. You click it, you got it. Every time we added healthcare in to the backtesting, it trounced our expectancy. So because of that, healthcare is completely excluded. So I would exclude that as well. So let's do our final ranking over here real quick. So we have Oracle with the score of SoFi. We have Lucid with the score of 69. We have Roller with the score of 9. Nokia is 9. American 9 or 7. Intel 7. TVTX gets a 3. Both of these get 0 because they're crap stocks. And then Nvidia gets -14. I own Nvidia. Wait, what? I own Nvidia. And yeah, I do. It's looking great. It's looking great this morning. In fact, it's looking so good. I'll probably be rolling it here this afternoon in the invitation only US Investing Championship live stream. How do you join the invitation only live stream? Join OVTLYR. Go to OVTLYR. It's 82 cents a day. You'll get to see all of my trades that I put on live, and you'll get access to the software, full access. There's no like tiers or anything. It's just one price, you're in. And I would really encourage you to do that. So here's what we're going to do. A couple questions came through. I'm going to answer them real quick. Batteries included said, hey, all, important question. Want Chris's take on it. Been an OVTLYR for a while. Now finally getting things dialed in. Do we, on a buy signal stock, sell it if we approach a sell order block? So here's the thing. You're going to hear me repeat this over and over and over. You've got to come up with your own plan. Okay. I am no guru. Okay. I am just a random guy on the internet. Don't listen to anything that I say. Because if I tell you to sell, it's going to go up. If I tell you to buy, it's going to go down. It's just how life works. There is no winning when you put yourself on the internet. You've got to come up with your own plan. Now, you can start with my plan, Plan M, which Scotty helped us with that, and Scotty's here today. And it's Plan M for money, okay? Plan M is linked down below. You are more than welcome to take a look at that and see if it's right for you. Steve says, I've noticed some monthly expiration dates are missing. SBlack, for example, has not June or July. Oh, like in the options chain? If it's not a liquid stock, it may not show up, right? If it's not a liquid stock, the market makers are not incentivized to put in more options. So that's really a function of liquidity. Roller spiked from 250 to 32 just a few months ago, and then it just decayed back. Could this be the pump? It could be. It's certainly not a stock I'm looking at. Look at CAR. Have y'all seen CAR? This is crazy. This is crazy. CAR. Boom. Holy goodness, right? That's what you want to see. When you see just break over order blocks right here, right? Just huge movement. Would I have loved to be in this one? I would have really loved to be in this one, but it wasn't part of my trading plan, and unfortunately, that's how life goes, right? Did we have? I bet we did. Let's check this out real quick. Where was that car buy signal? Yeah. Oh goodness, that is why you need to get OVTLYR. By the way, on March 25th, which is this candle right here. CAR has only gone up 200 something percent. Crazy move on CAR. Yeah, thank you, Dale Trader, for that one, or Old Day Trader. Food Station. How do we set stop losses for options since the prices from stock and options are different? First off, I don't set any stop losses in the market. Period. Full stop whatsoever. As a professional investor, I'm always on top of the investments that I make, and in fact, we're going to go over those in just a minute. For those who are watching live, I'll go over the investments I have right now and come up with the plan for the day. And for that reason, I don't put stops in the market. Plus, with options, one thing that has happened to me, and number one reason I don't do it, is the bid and ask spread can widen out. at any point in time. If a stock gets a lot of movement, the bid and ask spread can move very quickly. And then your stop gets triggered, you're out of it. Sucks. So that's completely up to you. Now, how do you do that? Number one, position sizing, right? Link down below is my my spreadsheet that shows exactly the position sizing that I'm using. And you can modify that to fit yours as well. And then you just back into it. Will there be times where the option takes a bigger loss than you expected? Yeah. But there's also a lot of times, and by the design of the leverage, you can make tremendous outsized gains. So in most phase two, so we're talking about the market cycle, right? In most phase two moves would likely have earnings during that time. Does your plan sell and buy back after earnings? So my plan always sells before earnings. And if I get a new buy signal afterward, yeah. Now, does that mean I'm going to miss out on gains? I'm telling you right now, there will be plenty of stocks that go up after earnings that I don't buy. Is what it is. It's part of it. Let's see. In the summary table, let's go over to that real quick. Vaclav, good to see you this morning, my friend. Let's go to the screener and go to the summary table. Is trend for full stocks bearish and full ETF bullish? In summary table, there is a trend for full stock. What is it and where does it come from? Oh, hang on. That's not breadth. Hang on. I don't entirely understand the question, my friend. Trend bearish. Oh, okay. So pop this down. Let's take a look at it real quick. The trend. You know what? I don't know what that's referencing. That's a good question to put in Discord and tag Mahesh. Maybe he can help out with that, because honestly, I don't know what bearish trend that's talking about there, right there. That is on the 9,000 stocks that we cover. And listen, I appreciate everybody being here. I'm sorry Chris Chains came. He is absolutely the worst I've ever seen. But you know what? The way that we can combat Chris Chains is by, number one, subscribing. We're so close to 50,000. You can see just how valuable it is to subscribe. You don't want to miss out. And step two, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these two videos. We'll talk soon.